Hello everybody, this is Robert the Tool Junkie, and today I'm in the shop with this nice Wiha caliper. And this particular one is a Vernier caliper, and by that it means that it has a sliding scale along here. There's two other types of calipers that you can get. One has a dial here, and it's a circular thing, and one would be a digital, and it would have a digital readout here. So these are kind of old school. These were the original ones that came out before the dial and then obviously before digital. But there's a few more interesting aspects to this one. This particular one is their CaliMax Vernier Caliper number 41103. And it's a 0 to, they say 6 inches, but the scale goes out a little bit longer. It also goes out on millimeters. And that's what I like about this particular one. It has imperial up top and millimeter on the bottom. And for any of us like in woodworking, where maybe we have the concealed hinges and they tell you go in 27 millimeters, well, that's a little more difficult to figure out and you have to get out your calculator. Or you can pull this out and we'll use that line right there and we come out to, that's 25, 26, there's 27 millimeters right there. And there's our measurement. We can also look over here and see that's 1 and almost a 16th inch. So it's very easy to convert from one to the other doing that. Another few nice features about this is it's a, I'm going to call it non-metallic. And the nice thing here is it's very lightweight. It's very soft on the jaws here. So you're not going to scratch or mar anything. It has its outside measurement. So here you can go on the outside. You have the mini jaws here to measure an inside measurement. And here you have your depth measurement. So same as any other caliper. It's got the nice wheel here that when you go nice and hard, you get the quick. And then as soon as you hit some resistance, you can hear that it stops spinning. It just spins in place. That way you know you're at the right measurement. The other few nice things about this is because it's not metal, it's non-metallic. It has good thermal stability. It is chemical resistant. And again, because the jaws are soft plastic, you're not going to mar anything. So I really like this in certain situations. While it may not be the highest quality, if you will, vernier calipers or dial calipers, the nice thing is because you have imperial and you have millimeter, it's easy to convert back and forth. Or again, if you happen to get instructions that tell you in one or the other, maybe you're in Europe and you do mostly in the metric style, but it has some imperial measurements for you. This one would be quick to pull out of the drawer and make that quick conversion right over. So if you already have calipers in your shop, it may be worth picking up one of these here just to have that nice metric to imperial conversion. Okay, so here I am out in the shop, and I'm going to give you a quick comparison. This is the calipers that we were just showing you, again, with the vernier scale. The other thing to point out is these are in inches here. So we have inches down to, the lines here are a 64th of an inch. And we can go down to the lines are a 16th of an inch, like a typical ruler, or down to 1 millimeter. You also can go down to 1/64th of an inch. There's also 1/32 and a 3/64. So you can get very precise, but I would think of this as very precise as somebody who's doing woodworking or maybe some metal working where you're cutting and welding metal. You can get some good measurements. If you're a machinist, this is a typical one that you would use. This one measures in hundredths of an inch. So this comes out, but when you get to the 1 inch, it's over here at a 1, and then you would come up to about 0. A 1/4 inch would say be 25 here. 1/2 inch would be at the 50 mark. So it's a little more difficult if you're used to working in inches and 16ths as a woodworker to use this type. Just like if you were a machinist, you would not use this one. And again, what's nice is because it had the imperial and the imperial and the metric measurements. When I'm using like these hinges here that are concealed European style, the instruction sheets here, they tell you like you want to come in at 32 millimeters, 37 millimeters, 22.5 millimeters. Well, you certainly can't do that with imperial without getting your calculator out. But here, 32 millimeters, that's real easy. I'm going to come out of here to the 30 and go 1, 2 more. There's my 32 millimeters, both inside, outside, and depth. So it makes it real easy when I'm doing my woodworking and I get something that comes in millimeter measurements. I pull this out and I can easily do that. So let me know in the comments, what's your favorite caliper? Is it the vernier, the dial? Is it the metric? I'm sorry, is it the digital? Do you work in metric or imperial? Do you like the idea of having both of those on there? Let's get a conversation started. And if you would, please, if you would subscribe and like the channel, it will help me keep making these videos for you. Thanks.